If you want to get ridiculously jacked, keep listening. I just made this short video for you, and it's probably going to blow your mind when it comes to how you train and build muscle. What if I told you that in just 30 days you could add weight to every lift, pack on dense new muscle, and feel crazy energy throughout the day without resorting to anabolic steroids? You see, there's this little known but powerful performance enhancing compound guys in the know are using to build insane muscle mass. It also turbocharges recovery times, allowing them to attack the weights at levels most people think are only possible with anabolic steroids. The driver of this compound is its ability to boost a vital anabolic hormone in your body that traditionally is only possible through illegal purchase and painful injections. But what I'm telling you about today is not another messy, inconvenient powder that you have to mix, and it's not a pill you have to choke down. Through an enhanced delivery system, this compound is so quickly and thoroughly absorbed by your body that it gets to work fast, meaning you'll feel the effects in the gym within days. Better yet, how I've incorporated this exotic compound into a new anabolic formula is nothing short of the future of legal muscle builders. Dave here from Primal Muscle, and while you probably haven't heard of me before, I've been working behind the scenes in the bodybuilding industry for over 25 years. Look, I'm a simple guy, and I'm not into being in front of the camera or showing off, but over the past couple decades, I've helped tens of thousands of people by putting together cutting-edge formulas and training programs. I ran 2 very well-known bodybuilding newsstand magazines. I've worked with A-list celebrities and trainers, and I've been featured all over the internet. Now, I'm telling you this because I'm not some new Instagram fitness influencer or fly-by-night snake oil salesman. I've stayed around in this industry as long as I have because I only work with legit performance-enhancing compounds and happily stake my reputation on my products. And the ridiculously strong formula I'm telling you about today might be the apex of my years of research. You see, this formula just might be the most controversial over-the-counter anabolic ever made. It's basically the next frontier of muscle builders and performance enhancers. Ingesting a few quick sprays of this stuff each day is all it takes to flood your body's internal system with high-grade muscle-building factors and take your strength and mass to staggering new heights. Like I said, this compound has been a subject of a lot of controversy and skepticism. It's been on the fringes of mainstream acceptance, and some write it off as just another fitness fad. And you know what? I get it. I know all too well that the supplement world is rife with overpromises and underdeliveries. A healthy skepticism is actually good. But with that said, it's also been reported that many top athletes and bodybuilders swear by this stuff. I'm talking about NCAA Division I championship football players, pro golfers, pro baseball players, and of course, pro football players. Plus, a lot of bodybuilders and actors use this stuff as a potent alternative to steroids. The thing is, top competitors in their field prefer to avoid sharing their secrets. I mean, hey, they want to maintain their edge, and I don't blame them. They've experienced the effects firsthand. The muscle growth, felt the increase in strength, and watched their performance skyrocket. They didn't need a scientific stamp of approval. The results spoke for themselves. When ESPN reported that a famous, soon-to-be Hall of Fame linebacker was using this stuff to recover from an injury and restore his jacked physique, I knew it was going to blow up. Okay, enough buildup. So what is this amazing compound these top athletes secretly take to dominate their sports? Deer Antler Velvet. Now, if you've never heard of it, don't let the name fool you. This isn't some hippy-dippy BS. Deer Antler Velvet is a potent, dynamic living matrix of energy and rejuvenation. When a male sheds antlers, new ones grow with a furry velvet-like covering. This protective and nourishing substance provides new antlers with nutrients, including amino acids, collagen-related proteins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and most intriguing, insulin-like growth factor 1, also known as IGF-1. Deer antler velvet is harvested humanely and sustainably right when it's at its absolute nutritional peak. Nourished by this velvety covering, it's insane how fast deer antlers can grow. I'm talking as much as a half an inch per day. Deer antler velvet was treasured in traditional medicine for centuries. From the ancient Chinese sages to Siberian shamans, it was revered for its therapeutic, regenerative properties. Now, science is catching up, uncovering the secrets that our ancestors intuitively knew. But here's the kicker: it's not just for health and longevity. For people looking to transform their bodies and get jacked and ripped, deer antler velvet can be a complete game changer. Why? Well, boosting your IGF-1 levels primes your body for explosive muscle growth, strength, and vitality. It's like a secret weapon for achieving your physique's maximum potential. So yeah, back in the day when I first heard about it, I couldn't sleep. I just had to get some of this stuff and see what all the buzz was about. I mean, if there were legit IGF-1 properties in deer antler velvet, I knew this could be a total game changer for guys looking to experience elite levels of strength, recovery, and muscle mass without having to break the law or inject themselves. After all, IGF-1 has a unique dual action mode. It promotes hypertrophy, which makes your existing muscle cells bigger, but it also causes hyperplasia, which is the creation of new muscle cells. And this 1-2 combo sets the table for explosive anabolic upregulation. During my deep dive into deer antlers, things got even more exciting. I found out that Russian bodybuilders swore by this stuff since the 1960s. You see, this is when they started kicking everyone's asses in just about any weightlifting related competition. In fact, one of the primary medical doctors within the Russian Bodybuilding Federation, Dr. Arkady Koltin, confirmed that deer antler velvet increases muscular strength and speeds recovery after exercise. This guy's sole mission was to research top-performing anabolics. Other deer antler studies I found sealed the deal. I was all in. So my next question was, why aren't more people aware of this stuff? Well, for one, countries like China and Russia aren't too keen on sharing their secrets about anything with us. And when it comes to the edge in Olympic competition and performance enhancement, you bet your ass they'll hoard every secret they can. Plus, the internet wasn't a way of life like it is now. So sourcing and obtaining deer antler velvet was next to impossible if you lived in the US. Over time, supply chains opened up, but if you wanted to get your hands on pure deer antler velvet, you had to dish out some serious cash. This is why the vast majority of people using it were pro athletes. You, me, and the rest of the general public basically weren't invited to the IGF-1 party. But things change, like they always do. The reach of the internet continued to expand. Slowly but surely, deer antler velvet availability grew. It was initially intended for older people to help them reclaim strength and vitality. But when amateur athletes and bodybuilders finally got a hold of this stuff, they began experiencing shocking muscle growth, massive size, and outrageous strength. Luckily for me, I had a wide range of contacts from my years of working in the bodybuilding supply industry. It took some digging and, honestly, a few bribes, but I found a way to get pure deer antler velvet straight from the source. After a bit more research and experimentation, I developed a formula to make the benefits of deer antler velvet even more powerful. Now it was time to test it out. I assembled a group of friends I like to refer to as my bodybuilding guinea pigs. These guys will take just about anything, but that's another story. "What'd you get this time, Dave?" they asked, and I handed each of them a small spray bottle. Just follow the instructions on the label, hit the gym hard, and keep your protein intake high. Let's see what happens. Well, about 45 days later, one of the guinea pigs, Mike, came to see me. He was no stranger to the gym to begin with, but when I saw him after he ran the formula, his arms and lats were so much bigger that he practically had to walk through the door sideways. At first, I was pissed. "Mike, what the hell? You're only supposed to be using 191 XT. Look at you, what else are you on?" "Dude," Mike replied, "I don't know what the hell you put in that spray, but I want to run another bottle as soon as this one's empty." I was blown away. He wasn't stacking anything else. Any lingering skepticism I had was demolished at that moment. This dude was jacked to the gills, And the other guys all had similar results. One of the other guinea pigs told me his wife actually got pissed at him because he added on slabs of lean muscle so quickly, she figured he was back on illegal juice. After the trial run with my guinea pigs, it was a done deal. That same formula is now known as 191XT, and it became one of our flagship products in the Primal Muscle line. The response that's grown around it is insane. It never gets old hearing my customers tell me that they didn't think results like they got were possible without steroids. In a supplement industry drowning in a sea of empty promises, overhyped placebos, and underdosed wonder pills, 191XT is the high-performance speedboat of legal muscle building. In as little as 30 days, you'll know that life on 191XT is different. You'll be able to tear through your workouts like a bull in a china shop. Guys report feeling a surge of natural power beyond anything they've ever experienced. Nagging little injuries that kept them from performing certain lifts disappear. Weights that used to seem heavy now become your 20-rep warm-up set. Instead of a routine monotony, the passion to hit the gym is reignited. No more going through the motions or spinning your wheels. With 191XT fueling your engines, the gym becomes your laboratory again as you pile on more plates and experience engorging pumps. Now, I want to make sure one thing is clear. With the optimal nutrient absorption mechanism of the oral spray, it doesn't take long for 191XT to kick in. Guys have reported noticing a difference within days, but at the 1 month mark is when results really become pronounced. Muscles feel fuller and harder, shirts fit tighter. It's like the bodybuilder's equivalent of a crack high. You can get a pump even from lifting gallons of water at the grocery store, and you feel it throughout the day. Plus, even though you'll never admit this to anyone else, you'll just have to stop anytime, anywhere you see a reflection to glance at your jacked physique. And trust me, the ladies will definitely take notice. One of my customers is in his early 40s and reported that into his second bottle of 191XT, the younger girls at the gym were now making eye contact with him, whereas before, he felt like Mr. Invisible. Oh, and there's one more thing. If you're involved in any competitive sport or MMA, get ready for a flood of questions about what are you taking once you start dominating opponents. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now, deer antler velvet is extremely complicated to harvest and process, but like I said earlier, no deer are ever hurt. But with this being the case, you haven't seen this stuff everywhere because it's simply a complex supplement to offer at a high quality. Like anything else, many fly-by-night supplement companies popped up, selling products heavily diluted with additives like niacin and marketed as deer antler velvet. So people who got scammed quickly wrote this stuff off or proclaimed it as BS on online forums. Bro, I am so confident that 191XT utilizes such a pure form of deer antler velvet extract that I back it with a 100% no questions asked money back guarantee. Not only that, Primal Muscle offers big savings when you bundle together multiple bottles. Because while you'll undoubtedly see results in 30 days, the benefits continue beyond there. A few months of keeping this potent compound in your system is where the real magic lies. With that said, while the quality of deer antler velvet I import is as pure as it gets, the source itself can be inconsistent. And I'm not about to switch pipelines if it means resorting to an inferior product. Also, as delicate as the process is for harvesting and processing deer antler velvet, once it gets to me, I then have to create the matrix of 191XT that utilizes other anabolic compounds. It's all extremely labor intensive. So between availability concerns and current pricing, the offer you're seeing today is probably not going to be around forever. So 191XT is one of those products I recommend not putting off until later. Look, if you want to get jacked like the pros, your window is open right now. Don't pass it by. Training and dieting will take you far, but to get the extraordinary results typically reserved for the pros, you have to take a page from their book. Unlike the past few decades, you can now achieve this without trying illegal or overpriced methods. 191XT is the future of muscle building. So find your option at the bottom of this page and let the games begin. Remember, if you're not blown away, you pay nothing. So order now and we'll get your cycle ready to ship ASAP.